Dan Choi attended the CPAC Conference this past week and had the following to share with us regarding his experiences.
What's the feeling that you're taking away from this experience, from your visits here?
Well, I respect people who come here to increase dialogue. That's what the First Amendment is all about. That's what our politics is all about. I sincerely disrespect people who have boycotted this conference, and anybody who engages in dialogue with me about Don't Ask, Don't Tell or about gay rights. I think that they deserve at least my dialogue, my part of the bargain. So it's been very educational. For me, being here doesn't mean that I agree with everything everybody has said. Certainly not. I've met some people just now, right before talking with you, who believe that homosexuals and the left and everybody who's anti-Catholic should be banished not only from this conference but from the earth. People certainly have not taken to them very well. And that's a real small minority of the people that are here. I'm very welcomed here. People come up to me and say, thank you for your service. And they ask me, are you going to go back in? They ask me about my ring. They ask me how the year has been, about my health. They've been following. Now, a lot of them don't think that it's me. They don't say, okay, Dan Choi, he's a person who normally would be going to CPAC, but they realize when they see me here that there's an increased amount of respect that I am here. There's enough groups that are absolutely despicable that are boycotting it. I'm not one to join their ranks.
Well, you touched upon people asking about your health, and one of the things that we wanted to ask you about and check in with you on is, you had released a statement a few months ago that you were checking in to get some emotional support and mental health.
It was post-traumatic stress disorder that I have not dealt with since coming back from war, and that's a veteran issue that's compounded by my work in gay activism. It is not easy to get fired and to be a part of a justice movement. It's certainly taken a toll on my health. I think people should be open to discussing that. Nobody's less of a human because they're dealing with mental health concerns, needs, and issues in their life. I think people should be encouraged to get help because post-traumatic stress disorder is real and it's treatable, and people can live with and manage their health and have post-traumatic stress disorder. I think the number one tool for them is first their own reckoning, their own acknowledgement that they're not less of a human being because they're admitting that they have or acknowledging that they have this disorder. And I think within our community we have a lot of reasons why trauma and stress can cause depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and sometimes by just talking about it and saying, I'm not ashamed, this is what has happened, and if there's anybody else out there who feels like they're alone in this boat or feels like they can't talk about it, there are resources for them. Nobody should be ashamed to get that help.
And how was the experience for you? Did you feel like it helped and you feel better? You feel in a better place?
I'm always tired nowadays. It's been a very trying journey, and I don't think that that's a surprise to anybody. The activism, it's meant to be active, and sometimes it wears you down. I am privileged to be a part of this movement because there's many people generations from now who will look back and they'll be jealous of us that we were able to take part in this historic moment.
Reporting from the CPAC Conference in Washington, D.C., this is Steve Fox with Washington Blade.